Good morning, classmates. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Rizal Ann Concepcion, the fifth reporter. Characteristics of a green school emphasizing benefits for health, education, the environment, and cost savings. A green school. 1. Enhances indoor environmental quality, air lighting, acoustics. So at this point explains that ecological living in building design like using natural light fresh air systems and non-toxic materials helps protects the health of people especially in schools. So for example, schools with large windows that let in sunlight, good airflow systems, and walls painted with eco-friendly, non-toxic paint helps reduce illnesses and allergies among students and teachers. 2. Improve students' test scores and well-being. Green classroom, those with natural light, clean air, and low noise create better learning environments that help students focus, feel comfortable, and perform better academically. So, for example, a classroom with large windows, with surroundings, and fresh air circulation help students concentrate and boost their test scores. 3. Saves energy and money 20 to 40% reduction and cost. So, for example, a school using solar panels and water saving toilets cuts down electricity and water costs significantly. 4. Reduces carbon emissions. So, for example, using renewable energy and efficient lighting in schools helps reduce their carbon footprint. 5. Lowers water usage by 32%. So for example, a school installs rainwater harvesting systems and water-efficient toilets, saving thousands of gallons of water each year. 6. Boosts teacher retention. So for example, teachers working in well-ventilated, naturally lit and quicker green classrooms are less likely to leave, saving the school costs on hiring and training new staff. 7. Reduces students' absenteeism by 15%. So for example, a school with clean air and less mold or disease fewer sick days among students. 8. Enriches educational opportunities with environmental themes and green technologies. So for example, a schools with solar panels and a rain garden includes this in the science curriculum to teach students about renewable energy and water conservation. 9. Supports green jobs and innovation. Hiring green architects and builders to design energy-efficient school buildings helps grow the green economy. 10. Promotes equity by providing better conditions for all students. So for example, a low-income urban school that gets green upgrades like clean air systems and natural lighting gives students the same healthy environment as students in wealthier areas. The Dark Green School program in the Philippines promotes environmental education by incorporating environmental values into school practices and curricula. Schools under this program must A. Maintain cleanliness and orderliness. For example, a tidy and organized school environment reflects effective management and respect for the learning space. So for example, classrooms are clean daily, garbage is disposed of properly, and corridors are free of clutter. B. Implement sustainable practices like land use planning, waste segregation, and energy conservation. So, schools should adopt eco-friendly actions that reduce environmental impact. So, for example, the schools install solar panels, uses segregated trash bins, and maintains a garden with native plants. C. Promote safe, smoke-free, and respectful environments. So, a healthy school setting respects the right to clean air and personal well-being. So, for example, smoking is banned on campus, and signs promote courtesy and respect for the surroundings. D. Adopt policies that support ecological sustainability and integrate environmental topics into all academic levels. So, environmental responsibility should be part of the school's rule and curriculum across all subjects. So, for example, subjects like science, social studies, and even art include lessons on sustainability and conservation. E. Train and support faculty and students in environmental awareness. So, teachers and students should receive guidance to understand and act on environmental issues. So, for example, teachers attend environmental training workshops and students participate in climate change seminars. F. Encourage community involvement in environmental projects. So, schools should involve the surrounding community to broaden the impact of environmental efforts. So, for example, students help organize a barangay tree planting even on coastal cleanup. G. Value the respect nature and the impact of human activities on it. So, understanding and appreciating nature helps shape responsible behavior. So, for example, students research how pollution affects wildlife or join campaigns to protect endangered species. Sustainable ecological living relies on key principles that help evaluate the impact of our choices and actions according to COPRA 2003. 1. Matter continually cycles through ecosystem. So, for example, plants absorb carbon dioxide, animals eat plants. When animals die, decomposer return carbon to the soil and air. 2. The sun is the primary energy source for ecological processes. So, for example, plants use sunlight to grow, then become food or herbivores, passing the energy up the food chain. 3. Biodiversity enhances resilience within ecosystem. So, for example, a forest with many different plants and animals can recover faster after a storm than a monoculture plantation. 4. Waste from one species serves as nourishment for another. So, for example, cow dung becomes food for dung beetles and fertilizers for plants. So, 5. Life thrives through interconnected relationships rather than competition. So, for example, trees share nutrients through underground fungi networks supporting one another's growth. Sustainable development integrates environmental, economic, and social dimensions. Our actions' environmental impacts stem from societal, socio-economic, and political system. So, for example, environmental impact, water becomes unsafe for fish and people, and economic dimensions, the factory provides jobs and profit. Social dimensions: nearby communities may suffer health problems or lose o- oceans to clean water. Ecological living fosters a deeper understanding of interconnectedness and interdependentness. By addressing underlying causes, it equips individuals with the tools, knowledge, and wisdom needed to take meaningful actions towards creating a better world and future. Capra 2003. So, for example, use composting to reduce waste, educate citizens on climate change, and support organic farming, and install solar panels to cut carbon emissions. So they do this not only to help the environment but because they understand how their actions affect the whole system. Smithsman 2014 highlights the importance of balancing outer actions with inner personal development to effectively promote sustainability through ecological living. He notes that inner ecological perspectives can motivate and sustain our external efforts, leading to a holistic approach to sustainable living. So, for example, outer action. A person plants trees to help the environment. Inner action. That same person also reflects on their role in nature, practices mindfulness, and teaches others to care for the planet. That's all. Thank you.